Hi everybody, I know that it's been a while. Sorry I look like crap, but in most of my videos I do. What matters is the message. But, I was very hesitant to post this because I don't like sounding preachy, and I do not like sounding like I'm telling you what to do. I'm really only here to express my experiences and maybe shed some light and give some advice so that you guys don't have to experience what I experience. Now I can save you guys some anxiety and some heartache, okay? So I just want you to know that. I'm not doing it to be facetious or mean or anything like that, okay? So, I just wanted to express this notion, okay? For those of us just getting into this, we all know this is work. This requires studying. This requires research. This requires a lot of your time, and it does require a lot of your dedication. And it's very demanding and very taxing, and sometimes it even takes away from people's personal life. Sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on how the person handles it. But Santa Muerte can be a demanding spirit. Yes, she can. Yes, she can. She's very earthly, and she can be demanding just the same as we can, okay? So, at least a part of her can be demanding the same way we can, okay? But, some people that come into this community, the same as with any other community, I just want to get that out of the way. The same as any other spiritual community, any community in general, any grouping of people are going to do this. It's like embedded in their DNA. There will be people that are going to be seeking recognition, and there are going to be people using her name to do so, because she's such a powerful spirit. She is. I hate this word, but there will be charlatans. There will be people that are scammers. There will be people that don't want to help you. They just want to take your money. Okay? But that's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Not just here. So, with the upsurge of the English-speaking community getting into Santa Muerte, which I think is beautiful. Woo! One thing that happens is you'll get a person that's just found this fulfillment, and they found answers, and they found a sense of calling and home, and they found just their total and utter joy, which is awesome. And they just found this feeling, this energy of magnetism, and they just want to shout it from the mountaintops, right? Which is totally understandable. Hell, that's what I do. But what happens is, after they get what they're asking for, and they've kind of, created a system or a schedule with her, things might become a little stagnant for them. They might see opportunities, or they might see situations in which they feel they are called, they feel they are called to be something bigger. Now, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think that is a very cool thing, because it takes you away from the self and makes you altruistic to help other people. Now, if that's the basis behind this calling, awesome, because we need more of that. We definitely do, because we all need help, and we especially spiritual help, because a lot of problems start from the spiritual realm. But when it becomes ego-centered, you know where I'm going here, don't you? Yeah, you do. When it becomes ego-centered, and you feel, and you can be honest with yourself, because nobody else can change this but you. And as adults, hopefully we're all adults here, we can be honest with ourselves and realize, hey, I was being egotistical. I need to change that, because I'm lying to myself. I'm creating this domino effect, in which is ultimately hurting me, because I'm not getting anything out of it. So there will be people that'll be like, I feel like I'm meant for I don't know, to like higher standing with her. I feel like I'm meant for bigger things with her. Now that's awesome, but my opinion here, and this is just my opinion, just from what I've seen, because I've seen people self-destruct, is unless she told you you are meant for this, then guys, there's nothing wrong with being a seeker with her, like getting to know her. There's nothing wrong with being an enthusiast. See, because an enthusiast is separate from a devotee. A devotee actually devotes themselves. An enthusiast is just like, oh, I'm going to hype her up because I really believe in her, but I'm not a devotee. There's nothing wrong with being a devotee. You know, there's nothing wrong with being, like a follower of hers. It doesn't always mean that you have to be something bigger. You know, like with other religions, there's a congregation which makes up the majority. Oh. Then there's, like the servants of the community, which are a little bit higher standing than the community. There's the devotees, I guess you could say, which would, I guess, be like, the clergy. And then there's a hierarchy, the pope, the deacon, the cardinal, blah, 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 whatever you want to call it in those religions. But just because you came into this and you have that really fulfilled and joyous emotion towards her, doesn't mean you have to be the deacon, It doesn't mean that you have to be the pope. If she wants that for you, fine. But I'm going to tell you one thing. That is going to be a long and stressful and time-consuming journey. And in doing so, you're going to have to give up a lot. And before you jump on those words, let me reiterate, or let me refine. What I mean by that is, like with devoting yourself to anything, devoting yourself to a hobby, devoting yourself to a career, devoting yourself to a relationship, you have to give up a lot of what you considered personal, peaceful, stressless times to devote yourself to this cause. And you also have to deal with the public, because a lot of times these people claim they're altruistic people, which means, people serving people, that they don't realize the cost of being in that spotlight. They don't realize, if I take on this title, I have to act the part. They don't want to acknowledge that. And I see it a lot. A lot. And it's like, dude, I get it. I get that you feel so called and so compelled, and you just have this immeasurable passion. But unless she told you, you're going to be this for me, don't throw yourself out there like that. It's just going to cause more stress. There is peace and fulfillment in just being on the lower ranks, And another thing I want to say is, there have been communities and people that have tried to erect a religion in her name, and news broadcasters and the media, the internet, will call it a religion. But it's not. There are certain blueprints in which this cult abides by, and those are just common sense blueprints. Okay, they're common sense, I guess you could say, tenets. People have created like commandments, and people have created a structure, and that's fine. But the mass majority are soul practitioners. They're soul, what's the word for people that revere? Soul, I guess some people worship her too. There are people that do this solo, and there's no repercussions. And the message that I got, now granted this is personal gnosis, and that means that it is a message she gave to me that might just be truth to me. It might not be majority truth, okay? The message I got was, they have tried to create a religion in my name, but that I don't want it to be so just yet. Just yet. They're not ready. to have a religion about me yet. Yet. We're not there yet. Okay? And you can take what I'm saying or you can leave it, and that's your prerogative. That's totally up to you. This is a personal YouTube channel, and I'm by no means an authority. Okay? Like for example, I would love to be like a, I don't know, like somebody who owns a temple to her, you know, or somebody who is like a freaking cardinal or deacon for her. But I also know that that comes with a lot of responsibility, so I'm okay just being what I am, because there's more peace in it, less responsibility. But if anything, she told me in many dreams and in audibly in my ear, said, "You are a mouthpiece." That's all. There was one dream in which she told me I was a soltera, which means a soldier, but it was just one dream. So, I kind of, that's in the back of my head, but I don't understand it, and I'm probably not meant to understand it anytime soon. So, for now, like me personally, I'm okay with just being this person that expresses my experiences to you as the viewer, and more specifically people that speak English that pay homage to her. And that's okay. Just being this low-level speaker, basically. Do I know all of her history? Hell no. Do I know all that she's capable of? Hell no. You know, do I personally know all of her ins and outs? Hell no. And I never claimed that I did. And I probably never will. But I just want to put this message out there to tell you guys, whether you're just coming in or whether you've been in it for a while, you don't have to have that self-proclaimed title unless she personally told you, I want you to be this. Don't put that kind of pressure on yourself. Hold on. Sorry, got a phone call. Don't put that kind of pressure on yourself, guys. Just enjoy the ride. Okay? Be patient as she's been patient with you. Key right there. Be patient. Death is always patient. Spirits are always patient. Okay? So just keep that in mind, please. Especially during this time of season where all this activity is around us. Just be happy with where you're at. Okay? That's it. So see you guys next time. I hope you're enjoying your October. And I hope you guys have an awesome Halloween, Dia de los Muertos, you know, All Saints Day, whatever you want to consider it. And I hope the rest of your day goes well. And I hope you didn't take this message as mean or preachy. Either way, you have comments or questions, leave them below. I'll do my best to get to them in a timely manner. And I really would appreciate it if the comments and communication below is respectful to one another. That's it. We'll see you next time.